You don't need a new sofa or a complete makeover of your entire home to feel better in your space. You just don't. If your home is feeling heavy or chaotic or just not really you, it's not you, it's the energy of your home. And today I'm going to walk you through all the steps of how to fix that, identify it, and what to do next. Plus, we're going to do most of this for free. Some of you might even be able to get some cash while doing it. If you're new here, I'm Ariel. I'm an interior designer, author, interior design passionate lover. I'm an interior design bestie. All I want to do is help you with your home so that it feels most like you, most aligned, and you are completely obsessed with it. Like you just want to be at home because it's a deep reflection of who you are at your core. That's the journey I'm on with you. We're not about designing the perfect home. We're about designing your home. Okay, I want to emphasize that. And really at its core, we're going to be unpacking how space affects your mood and what to do about it. Like your home deeply impacts your emotions, your behavior, basically everything that you do at home affects you in your home. So we're going to deep dive into what to do about that. I'm going to walk you through 5 super common mistakes that people are making, how to identify them, how to shift them in your home, what to actually do about them, like actionable steps. We're going to be talking about those. Here's the thing. There's no shopping, there's no rules, there's no perfectionism. It's just how about you show up for yourself in your home. We're talking about real deal transformations that happen slowly over time in your most authentic presence. We're also going to be talking about something I never talked about before, which is my free workshop coming up on June 17th, which is just going to be an absolute blast. We're going to get you from doom scroll on Pinterest or any social media platform into an actual design plan, and we're doing it for free. I'm giving away all the secrets, so I'll talk about that in a bit too, so stay tuned. And obviously, if you aren't subscribed to this already, please subscribe. I would love to see your beautiful face, okay? Please join us. These are the top 5 triggers in your home. And yes, I'm going to call them triggers because they just trigger emotions all the time. And we're going to go from the most sensitive, I think, to the least sensitive and what to do about them. So let's kick it off. The number one thing I see is misalignment. When your space doesn't actually reflect who you are at your core. It means that you maybe invested in something that was a past version of self, and I just want to hold gratitude and space for that really quickly. There are things that you have in your home that an older version of you loved and was an authentic representation of self. That is beautiful. That is okay. Honor her, like her, hold her, and it's okay to let her go. It's okay to move on. So I want to hold space for that. But the deeper misalignment comes from people pleasing, from making decisions for other people when they don't align with yourself. And it's okay if you didn't identify it in the moment. It's okay if you're just identifying it now. I'm going to give you some examples of what that means. I have a side table that I think is so cute in my house. It's adorable, but I didn't pick it. It doesn't really align with my personality. And it's just been sitting here with this accent chair, which I think is so cute, but like it just doesn't align anymore. And I see it all the time. And I'm just like, I'm ready to move on from this. And that can be with a lamp, a throw pillow, anything. So when you see something in misalignment, I just want you to pay attention to it at first. But what we are going to work on is releasing that. So the thing I did this week is I listed the side table on Facebook Marketplace. So like I said, I'm going to go get some cash for that. And either get something that is in more alignment with myself, or better yet, I'm actually going to move something from another part of my home, a different side table that I am actually obsessed with, into that spot. And I'm going to replace it. And now I'm going to feel more aligned. Tiny little steps. This is tiny little steps to get you more into your aligned partnership with home, essentially. I want you to pick really small things. Like, well, I'm only talking about picking a corner. I'm not talking about redesigning your whole guest room or your whole primary bedroom. I'm talking about one tiny thing a week, really. I always do tiny incremental steps, okay? I'm going to keep using the example of this like reading nook, reading corner, because I think it's an easy one. It has a chair, a side table, a lamp, maybe some artwork, okay? We're just going to switch one little thing to make it feel more aligned. We're going to pull something that feels aligned maybe from another space. Maybe you are going to do some shopping. Maybe you're going to get some vintage. Maybe you're going to pull artwork from grandma. Like maybe you're going to do something that feels aligned and you're going to do that and you're going to swap the thing. Then you're going to swap something small and you're going to keep doing that until you're in your most alignment. You're going to keep swapping things and adjusting things until it feels most like you, because we're honoring past versions of ourselves and we are definitely moving into the future versions of ourselves that are aligned in our homes. That's number one. Number two is energetic chaos, okay? This can be living in an open concept area and having ill-defined spaces between kitchen, living, dining. It just feels like one big zone and you're overwhelmed. This can be coming home and your entryway is an absolute disaster because you don't know where to put your coats, your shoes, your backpacks. There's 3 people coming in at the same time and it's just not space. It's just misorganized. It can be a messy countertop. It can be whatever the junk drawer is, whatever your energetic chaos is. While I'm saying this, you know what it is. Okay. We're going to do one tiny thing this week to clear that up. Okay. You're going to list your habits in that space and clearly define them. This isn't about changing anything in the home. This isn't about buying anything new or solving an organizational problem. It's just about identifying the habits. Okay. In the entryway, let's say you live by yourself, identify all the habits that you do when you come in that are leading to a messy entryway. You need to put your coat down or hang your coat up, take your shoes off. Maybe you have pets and you need like dog leashes. If you're doing this with other people that you live with, your partner, your kids, your family, etc., list all their habits too and pay attention to them and maybe even have them do this exercise with you. I just want you to pay attention to those habits because that's where we're going to solve problems, okay? In an open concept area, for example, where it just feels ill-defined and you're like, I can't tell the difference between my dining room and my living room, just doesn't feel finished. 2 things, rugs and lighting. Rugs define spaces very clearly. This works really well for your entryway also. A good runner is going to be amazing if you have a hallway entry or just define the space. And lighting. We always need more lighting in our space. Accent lighting, chandeliers, sconces. If you don't have that option, table lamps, floor lamps. It adds a vibe and it defines spaces so well. Use it. And jumping back to the habits. Now that you have your list of habits, you hang your coat, your shoes, blah, 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 you have your thing. You're going to go solve problems for that. Okay, I hang my coat and I have 5 coats in my entryway. I need 5 hooks. Okay, my kid comes home and needs a place to put their backpack. Is this something that I'm okay just getting like a laundry basket for, a cute one, and they just dump all their stuff in a laundry basket and it's tucked away? Do they want a unicorn hook to hang their backpack and you're involving them? I find with my clients that have kids, when we involve the kids in the design process, especially in chaotic zones and energetic chaos, when we build a plan with them, the plan sticks so much more because they're identifying their own habits. You're treating them like an adult and they get to make choices. I think the perfect example is the unicorn hook. I worked with a little kid who was like maybe 5 or 6 at the time. And she was like, I'll hang my backpack if I get my unicorn hook. No problem. Never missed a day. Never missed a day after that because we involved her in the process. So don't be afraid to do that. You can involve whoever you want to involve. That's totally on you. But identify the habits to form solutions, to figure out I need hooks, I need a rug, I need shoe storage, I need this. This is the habit I'm solving for. Your space will magically clean itself up. I swear this works. Okay, this one's a little tough for people, and that is stuck energy. Again, we're going to talk about holding on to past versions of selves, like the things that you used to like, but now you're just not into them anymore. We're going to hold gratitude and space for that. And also it's time to let it go. It can also be holding on to objects or things from other people, past relationships, people you're not really friends with anymore, but you're hanging on to that thing. Every time you have a connection with that object, whether you're just looking at it, interacting with it in some way, you are igniting that memory. And sometimes, I gotta be real with you, you gotta let it go. And it's okay to release those things. It's okay to list them on Facebook Marketplace and let them go. It's okay to give it to Goodwill. It's okay to give it to somebody else's home that you think they could really use it and they love it. That's okay. When you do that, you create space and time for something new to come in your life, not to necessarily replace that, but add to your alignment, to get something in your home that brings you happiness and joy and lights you up. Okay, so don't look at it as we're giving something up, we're giving something away to receive something new. We're just creating more time and space for something that's more aligned for you. So what I want you to do is just pick one space, one drawer, one tabletop, one something, and you're going to release something this week. You can give it away, you can donate it, you can sell it, but you're going to let go of something this week and watch what happens to the energy in your space. Some absolute magic will happen. But we're talking about one thing. If I have a cluttered countertop, I'm going to release one thing, one lamp, one book, one photo, whatever the thing is, a throw pillow, whatever, but we're going to let it go. We're going to say goodbye, hold gratitude, and okay, my absolute last two favorites are overstimulation and understimulation. Total polar opposites of each other, but go hand in hand. So overstimulation is when you have a space that you absolutely love and adore, but something just feels like it's too much. Like maybe you have too much artwork or too many throw pillows on the couch or too many things on the side table or coffee table. Something is happening where you're like, I'm just overstimulated and I can't identify why. All I want you to do is remove or put something away somewhere else and just keep trying that until you feel like it's moving a little bit better. For me, when I'm overstimulated, it usually means my dining table or my coffee table just has too much stuff on it and I need to reorganize or put things away so that visual weight is moved. And that helps a lot. But you can do one thing, like you can literally move one book off the side table or again, move the lamp around. It's about changing the energy. That's the whole thing with all of these steps. Now with understimulation, usually this happens when we're stagnant in a space. I see this a lot with clients who have just moved in. They've been there for 3 or 6 months and they're struggling to get anything in the space and make it feel done because they're stuck in fear and they can't make a decision. The thing that I tell them is start really small. Actually, I'm just going to be honest, I tell everybody this. Start small. Put a candle in that space. Put a throw pillow that you just found or moved from another place. Move anything that ignites your senses. Taste, touch, smell. I just did a video on this last week, which if you haven't checked out, I'll link it below. But definitely go check that out. Igniting the 5 or 6 senses in a space will connect you back to that. So again, I'm going to go back to this reading nook idea. If I have an accent chair and a side table, maybe this week I'm going to go find a lamp, or I'm going to go find a throw pillow, or I'm going to literally add tactile touch and feeling to a space. This is going to help so much because when you make one tiny step in the right direction, it gives you so much confidence and motivation to do the next thing. When we do the big purge or the big HGTV makeover, that's when we see misalignment. I see this a lot with people who are like, I bought all this stuff because I saw it on Instagram and it looked so cool, but none of it goes together. It's because there wasn't intentionality there. It wasn't because it was slow. It was like a quick fix, and those don't work. Those really don't work. So it's identifying what you and your future self want. It's identifying when you feel under or overstimulated, and it's really identifying what makes you feel good in your body and being honest about that. Honest. This doesn't make me feel good anymore. That's okay. I want space for that. I'm going to let it go. This makes me feel so good. I'm going to add more of that into my space. That's what we need to be focusing on. I guess this is your reminder that you don't need to start over and you're not responsible for doing that. You actually need to find what's aligned for you because above all else, it matters how you feel at home, not what your home looks like. Just let that deeply sink in. We are about alignment and finding what feels good to you, not about what it looks like. If you've been stuck in the doom scroll, you're saving pins, you have hundreds of Pinterest boards, you have your saved boards on Instagram, you are doom scrolling on TikTok, Whatever it is you're doing, you found all the DIY videos, you know exactly what you want to do, but you can't make a move. Like you don't have a plan for your home. Sometimes you buy things and they just don't work together, or you're struggling to have a cohesive space. And to be honest, you just want it done. You just want it done. I created something for you. I am teaching a masterclass on June 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you can't be there, there will be a recording. Come, it's going to be amazing. We are going to get you from doom scrolling all the way to design plan with confidence. You are going to leave the masterclass knowing exactly what to do for your home, how to execute it, and how to feel most aligned and comfy and cozy. I'm giving away all the secrets. I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm giving it to you for free. I don't even think my clients know that I'm doing this behind the scenes, but you're about to. So please join us. It is going to be an amazing group of people. Come. I can't wait to see your smiling face. You do not want to miss out on this. The link is below. Okay. So I told you all the ways to identify the emotional triggers in your space and what to do about them, like how to solve them. But I think the thing that really helps get people motivated in this is open a window. If you're releasing something, get that fresh air in, let that energy go, light a candle, get some scent going. It doesn't even have to be like a room spray or anything like that. If you love a clean house smell, like vacuum and then do this. I love the smell of the fresh vacuumed house. I don't know. I mean, that's just me. But I want you to use that energy. Let it go out the window while you're making these changes, whatever they might be. Maybe it's all 5 emotional triggers in just different spaces. Maybe it's just one. But make a move and do it with a window open and do it with your favorite scent. It will change things because every time you do this, it's almost like when you used to spring clean. I used to do this with my parents and I just smell the fresh air. My mom would open the windows and I felt like that was kind of the only time we really did that. And every time I open a window, I get this like flashback to spring cleaning. Whatever that might be, I want you to match a memory to a feeling. It's going to give you a lot more confidence when you go to continue changing things, because we're talking about one tiny step a week. That's it. Really basic, guys. Simple. You got this. The next one is clearing one surface. I think I mentioned this with pretty much every trigger. Just clear one. Like it can just be a side table that you're going to wipe off and just put the book back on. But give yourself some of that clearing, move things around. This whole thing is not to create stagnant space. I know the internet wants us believing that once we have the dream home done and we get all the things and we have this beautiful interior, we did the HGTV makeover, that it's done. That's it. Our worries are over. That is a lie. That's a lie. We are ever changing, ever flowing people. We travel, we move, we change who we are. Our identities shift. You're allowed to move things around in your home. It actually feels so good when you do that. It changes the energy. When you move a photo, when you change a picture, when you bring a plate back from your travels, it shifts the home. Allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to move things. Allow yourself to do it. It feels so good when you do that. Give it a shot. Just give it a shot. If it sucks, you can go back to the old way. But trust me, sitting in the discomfort of something a little bit new, a little bit off, will push you forward into new directions that you didn't even think existed. My favorite one of the week is get a living thing. Get a plant, cut a branch down and put it in a vase. Get some flowers, put a plant in the corner. Bring some life into your space. Or if you have it in another space, move it to the space that we were focusing on this week. But allow life to move through the space. It really opens up so much energetic portals. And I always think when I look at the plants, I'm like, I take care of that. I love that. And if you're not a plant person, get some cool branches. Those things stay alive forever. You don't even have to water them. They just dry beautifully. But you're like, this is life. Like it doesn't have to be this marvelous sculptural thing. It can be very simple. Be simple. Be simple. Okay. Above all else, the thing that is going to combine this whole thing together is a sacred zone. It is the zone that you're picking for the week. It's the cozy corner. It's the TV tray. It's the entryway, habit tracker. You're going to pick one zone, and that's going to be the sacred zone. That's going to be where our energy goes, because where our energy goes, our energy flows. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to put your intention on a big space, a tiny space, a corner, whatever it might be, but you're just going to hone in on that over the next week, over the next few weeks, and just do a tiny little thing every day, or once a week, or once a month, or every 6 months, whatever you decide your timeline is. You're going to hone in on just that one area, not the whole thing, not the whole house. It's too overwhelming. Even for me as an interior designer, it gets overwhelming really fast. Just don't do that. Focus on a tiny thing. Your space doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to feel like you. That's it. We're not chasing perfectionism. We're not trying to prove ourselves. We're just trying to feel at home, comfy, cozy, and it's going to be a vibe. That's all we're doing. Okay, I think I used to be like you. I used to think that homes were matching Pinterest pictures, and I totally used to do this, where I would just doom scroll and make a mood board that matched exactly the Pinterest board for the client. But the truth is, homes are so much more than that. They heal us, they hold us, they create space for us, they host people, they have love and care and admiration for us. And the journey to have that mirrored back to you in life when your home is an absolute reflection of who you are, it is the deepest joy that you can feel. And I want you to have that. That's the purpose of this whole thing, is I want you to feel the most at home that you've ever felt so that you have confidence to do other things in your life. Because this thing's checked off the list and it's fun. And you get to adjust it and change it whenever you feel like. And you're not stagnant. You just get to flow with it. Because when this happens, your mood shifts. Your energy shifts and you become closer to who you actually really are. And I want that for everybody on this planet. I really do. If this resonated with you, I wrote a book, Your Space Made Simple. It's a recipe style guide for interior design. Go get a copy. Go get it. It literally has all the things I'm talking about in the book, but it tells you what size furniture you'll need and all the breakdown of how to do it. It has my illustrations in it of how to do it. It literally tells you everything. So if this feels good, go get a copy. I'll link that below. Please let me know which of the 5 emotional triggers that you had, like in the comments. Please let me know. And if this resonated, DM me, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Yes, please let me know. And if you're done overthinking design and you're ready to have an actual plan and get some real advice from an interior designer, you should probably subscribe. Have a great day, guys. Oh, and the free masterclass, June 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific. If you miss it, it's okay. There will be a recording, but please sign up. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be epic. Go from doom scroll to actual design plan. Love you guys.